Good morning. I am going to do a couple of text completion type of exercises with you, but that is just like a wind up of what we were doing last time. Today's focus primarily would be on vocabulary development by way of certain names that have become so popular that they have come to become a part of our popular vocabulary lexicon and English language and Latin words also. See, perhaps for the vocab test type questions, you may not be asked to give the meanings of the Latin words that I am going to discuss with you. However, it is imperative to understand that in order to develop your writing and especially reading skills, you need to have a knowledge of certain popular terms, expressions and phrases that come from the Latin language. So, that is the purpose of this particular lecture. So, as I told you in the beginning, I want to look at certain exercises related to text completion. So, let us move on to the first slide. Please take a look at it. This definition provides a new angle on the long vexing question of what intensifies, aggregates, differentiates, deters, aggravates. So, aggregates and aggravates, deters, intensifies, differentiates are species from other life. Now, look at the choices. Intensifies are what? Intensifies are species from other life. Intensify, what does it mean? Intensify means to make more intense, deeper, stronger. To aggregate is to gather a mass or whole while, or to differentiate means to be a distinctive feature. See, a collection, aggregation. Okay, so that is a group coming together of mass. Now, when you are deterring, you are trying to prevent something, it is a deterrent. The entire exercise proved to be a deterrent to our efforts. His letter was a deterrent to what we were trying to do. Aggravate means to exasperate. This is another word you should know, exasperate or make worse. So, that is aggravate. So, if you are deterring something, you are trying to prevent something, aggravate means to make worse or exasperate. The best choice here is differentiate. So, what differentiates our species from others? That is the answer. Remember, the clue in the passage is from the expression from other life. Only differentiate and deter seem apt to appear before from, because there is a preposition from. To choose between these two, we have to look at the sentence again. Now, the definition, you know, the definition of dash dash, a definition is more likely to differentiate than deter a species. Therefore, differentiates is the best choice to pick. Let us look at the next exercise. Faith came upon him over the years without any torpor, endeavor, precursor, rhetoric, relevance on his part to find it. Which is the best? Yeah, so, look at the word that or expression that follows, on his part. The best answer is endeavor. Torpor is a noun that means inactivity. So, it is an opposite of endeavor. Endeavor means effort. Endeavor is also purposeful or industrial undertaking. You have to endeavor in order to clear higher level competitive exams. So, that it requires lot of endeavor, hard work, industriousness, diligence. Precursor is something that precedes and indicates the approach of something or someone. Remember, rhetoric is loud and confused and empty talk most of the time. Yeah, that may not have been the origin, the etymology, when the word first came into existence, rhetoric. Maybe that was not the point, but rhetoric today when we say politicians rhetoric, election rhetoric, loud empty talk with while it is not too relevant to something, to the matter at hand. Now, you have to remember something, finding requires effort. So, torpor is not making an effort. Okay? You cannot even say relevance to on his part, it just does not make sense. Endeavor on his part, the best choice. From here I will move on to discuss a couple of important names now. Now, these words I have taken not exactly randomly. So, I am not going to give you exercise and you have to just listen to me. You have to take, you have to note down the words that I discuss with you. Okay. So, first word is Billingsgate. Now, this comes the entire, please understand the purpose of this exercise that we are going to do today is make you understand these isolated words that may appear from anywhere. You know, I may not be able to create exact exercises here for you the way we have been doing so far, but these are extremely important words and they are very frequently, we have found with by research that they are frequently appearing words in most competitive exams, especially higher order. Now, these names that I am going to do, they the origin is someone's name. Please understand, somebody's name. So, these are like proper nouns. So, Billingsgate is the first word. Now, he may not be very familiar to you who was Billing or what was Billingsgate, but the meaning here is foul, abusive, bad language, scurrilous. So, those are the synonyms. So, while doing this exercise, I am going to give you the synonyms also. So, Billingsgate, foul, scurrilous, abusive. It comes from Billingsgate market in London, which was once upon a time, especially in the 16th, 17th centuries, was a general market for fish and salt and pottery. So, you see common household goods, and we are talking about 16th, 17th or 17th century London. The neighbouring streets in Billingsgate market were well known for fish market. Now, you know what happens in any fish market, people talk and shout very loudly and often resorting to abusive and foul language. Okay. So, due to the supposed vulgar language used by the fishmongers, Billingsgate came to be known as a noun. Okay, Billingsgate, it refers to coarse or foul language. So, it is almost like Billingsgate language. Because it was fish market, people would shout, yell, abuse, yell at each other, abuse each other. So, the language itself has, the market's name has come to be projected on the language. So, it is now a well established word in the English language, Billingsgate, which means shouting, yelling and abusive language. Bowdlerize, Z-E. You read something and you feel that this is not fit for your family's reading. Okay? Suppose you are reading a magazine or a novel and is kept in that part of your house where it can be accessible to everyone, people across ages in your family. You feel slightly uncomfortable with certain passages, certain detailing, certain descriptions, and you do not want your family members to, you want that book, you want that material in your house, but you do not want people the stuff that you feel that is inappropriate for most people in your family. I am giving you a very common example. What do? You perhaps try to strike it off, or maybe even tear off certain passages or pages even. That practice is known as Baudelairize. It's almost like censorship. Now, the word derives from the name of someone called Thomas Baudelaire, Bowdler. In 1818, he published The Family Shakespeare. The name of the book was The Family Shakespeare. It is an edition in which where he claims that those words and expressions are omitted which cannot with propriety be read aloud in a family. So, propriety is the word, properness, not property, but propriety, appropriateness. So, I can't read these words, this kind of language in my family, or I do not want my family to get exposed to all this. So, I am giving you, not exactly, do not confuse it with any abridged version. It means to expurgate a book by leaving out or changing passages or words considered indelicate or offensive. So, that is the meaning of it. It is a very commonly or frequently appearing word for most competitive exams. So, expurgate is the word, is the best synonym. Next word is Chauvinism, which comes from the name of a French soldier and a patriot, Nicolas Chauvin. I am giving you the French pronunciation, Chauvin. This is Chauvin, Nicolas Chauvin. It derives from his name, and we are looking at the word Chauvinism that comes from Nicolas Chauvin's name. He was a French soldier, patriot to a very intense degree. Now, his name is the eponym of Chauvinism, which means traditionally an excessive kind of nationalistic fervor, okay, extremely patriotic. But now it has come to be used or come to refer to any kind of bigotry or bias. So, you are biased against certain people. So, you have chauvinistic tendencies. Best example is male chauvinism. There is a term called male chauvinism, which means that men think that women are not their equals. Chauvinism, having a contemptuous attitude towards somebody. So, that is chauvinistic tendencies. Next word is I wanted to discuss is draconian, D-R-A-C-O-N, draconian. Dracan is a proper, Draco is a proper noun and draconian is the adjective. Synonyms are cruel, harsh, rigid, stringent, exacting. Now, what happens when someone is stringent and exacting and stern and rigid? They are unbending, inflexible. The word comes from a legislator of Athens in ancient Greece. See, most of the names that you are going to hear today, they come from Latin or Greek or Roman times, or even medieval times in the British history, also France. So, that is what we are looking at, because you have to understand that language has its origin from all parts of the world, and how it has come to become a part of the English language, because English language is so flexible, so adaptive. That is one thing about the English language that you have to remember. scholars have done immense amount of research on this area, the flexibility of the English language. Every year thousands of words are added to the Oxford Dictionary, English Language Dictionary. I hope that you have with you that dictionary with you, and you are consulting it every time you sit and try to develop your vocabulary. You should understand that the edition that preceded the more recent edition had fewer words. So, dictionaries keep adding words, and where do these words come from? They come from all over the world. People do research. They are not just there because somebody wants to add more pages to the dictionary. There is a reason. So, Draco, coming back to that, the Greek legislator from Athens, ancient Greece, and he replaced the prevailing system of oral law by a written code. So, one of the first known legislator in civilization, and his written laws were characterized by their harshness, codification of laws, and therefore, the word came to be known as draconian, referring to something which is very harsh, stern, which is extremely strict. So, unforgiving rules or laws. So, today in today's vocabulary or today's language we say draconian law, draconian rules. Some of you may come across this word very often in newspapers. Government has introduced draconian, management has introduced draconian rules and laws, okay? Harsh and stringent. Next is Fabian, Fabian. The Fabian Society was named in honor of the Roman general Quintus Maximus Fabius. Quintus Fabius Maximus. He was also nicknamed the delayer, D-E-L-A-Y-E-R. He would delay things, and it means a slow and step by step evolutionary change. There is a, if you go to the wiki, then you will find something called the Fabian Society. You have to understand what its mottos were, what were the ideologies of the Fabian Society. And Quintus Fabian's strategy was to seek gradual victory against the enemies, particularly the Carthaginians. That was what these people were fighting against. And the Carthaginians were led by the great general Hannibal. So, Fabian's strategy was to deal with the army of Hannibal through persistence, harassment, and wearing the enemy down by attrition. You should know what is attrition. Is the process of reducing something or somebody's or something's strength or effectiveness through sustained attack or pressure, rather than head-on battles. So, there would not be face-to-face or head-on confrontations or battles. There would be gradual process of reducing the opponent's strength or effectiveness. So, that is called Fabianism. Slow, gradual wearing down of the opponent's strength, weakening the opponent not by head-on confrontation, but by gradual pressure and sustained attack, Fabianism. Next word, galvanize. All these words ending in I-Z-E, they denote verbs. So, this is galvanize, it has meaning that to do something. What does it do? The word comes from the name of Luigi Galvani, professor of physiology in Italy. He is called the father of animal electricity, and his name has been perpetuated in many terms associated with electricity. In our everyday speech, we use the word to galvanize in order to suggest, to electrify, to stir into action, to move, to set something in motion, as if with an electric shock, to galvanize. Armies were galvanized, students were galvanized. That is a strong word to use for students, but sometimes revolutions are galvanized by, people are galvanized through some kinds of stirring speeches. So, galvanizing the movement. So, to put into sudden great speed and motion. So, that is to galvanize. Next word is gerrymander. Again a proper noun. Noun. Word was created in reaction to a redrawing of Massachusetts, that is in the USA, state senate election districts under Governor Elbridge Gerry. This was in the 18th century. Redrawing of the Massachusetts state senate election districts, redrawing the map, in other words. Now, this is a practice intended to establish a political advantage for a particular party by manipulating district boundaries. So, this is a political term, gerrymandering. The name, senator's name was Gerry, and now we use the term that manipulating of certain territories, redrawing the maps in order to get the voters from that particular district and to vote for. So, gerrymandering, resorting to manipulation in order to gain political gains. The next word I wanted to do with you, again extremely common, Machiavellian, comes from the from Niccolo Machiavelli's name, who was a 15th century Italian politician who wrote the famous book called The Prince. The best comparison I can give for The Prince from our own culture is Kautilya's Arthashastra. The Prince is a handbook of government for the rulers of Machiavelli's time. He set down the principles of taking and holding power and to sustain and retain power. Now, the word Machiavellian is now used to mean cunning, crafty, like we say Chanakya Niti. The Machiavellian principles, lack of principles rather. So, Machiavellian codes, cunning, crafty, deceitful. Although the original book was nothing more than setting down, for example, the science of politics or power politics, but today it has come to denote something that is much more sinister and cunning, conniving. The synonyms for Machiavellian tendencies, practices are shiftiness, bad faith. Bad faith is quite philosophical in nature, but bad faith, someone who says something, does something else in order to control, to have power, okay? Duplicity. So, it is a very negative word. Next word is martinet. Martinez was a general in the army of King Louis XIV in France. Now, the way it has come to be understood today is a military taskmaster, where Martinez was a general in the army. So, we use it for to suggest someone who is a taskmaster. not just in the army or in military conditions, but anywhere else. So, even your professor can be a martinez, a stickler for details, a stickler for discipline. A rigid disciplinarian in any activity is a martinez. So, that's where the word comes from. Next word that I wanted to do with you, masochism. Leopard, vent, sécher, maso. You do not have to concern yourself with the entire big long name, masochism. Someone who enjoys inflicting pain on himself or herself. The name derives from Leopold von Sacher-Masoch, who was an Austrian novelist. He described an abnormal mental condition in which a person derived pleasure in being debased and being abjected by someone he loved. So, the word is often used today to suggest a certain kind of mental anomaly which invites self-torture. A masochist is a person who enjoys tormenting himself. Difficult to to believe, perhaps people who are very young, to understand these kinds of psychological aberrations, but there are people in this world who take a lot of abuse from others, okay, and remain passive. Literature is full of such characters, people who enjoy inflicting pain on themselves. Okay, it gives them a certain kind of joy, pleasure, a feeling that they are noble when they take a lot of punishment for something. Next word is mausoleum. Now, King Mausolus, he was the king of Caria, which is a small country in Asia Minor. Now, the maps have been redrawn, but King Mausolus came from Asia Minor. After his death, his wife erected an enormous and beautiful tomb, T-O-M-B, which was ranked as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So, the word mausoleum is now used not only for a large tomb, but for any large structure which looks very serious and gloomy, almost suggestive of a tomb. See, it is not pronounced as tomb, T-O-M-B, but tomb. Okay? So, any structure that suggests gloominess, cheerlessness is like mausoleum. So, that is the word that we use. So, those are the synonyms: cheerless, gloomy, almost like a tomb, way too serious. Next word is maverick. Easiest meaning is a non-conformist. It comes from the name of a Texan rancher. Texas, a place in the US. A man whose surname was Maverick, Samuel Maverick, a man who did not bother to brand his calves. Now, see, once upon a time there was a practice to brand the cattle. We are talking about those ranches, yeah? Think of 17th, 18th, 19th century owners of ranches, and this year to mark their cattle. So, he did not do what was the prevalent practice. So, therefore, the word now denotes anyone who does not follow the established norms, conventions and practices. At first, originally the word maverick was used only for unbranded calves. Then the meaning was extended to apply to those who do not follow the common trend or do not follow the herd. person does not have a herd mentality. So, maverick. A politician, a businessman, an actor, an artist, unpredictable. Always this person does not follow the dictates of society. You can be a maverick in your personal life as well, but it comes with a price, let me tell you. So, to be unconventional and to break the rules is always a risky thing. So you have to be, one has to be very confident in their own skin or in their own abilities to try to become a maverick. I can give you synonyms for maverick as recalcitrant, person with a refractory temperament, refractory, and unorthodox, unconventional. Next word is mesmerize, a very common word. You get mesmerized by somebody's wealth, somebody's lifestyle, somebody's beauty, somebody's language. The word comes from Mesmer, F.A. Mesmer. He was a Viennese, and he came from, he made an assertion that there existed a power which he called animal magnetism. So, at first the name mesmerism was given to this power, and later hypnotism. To mesmerize means to hypnotize, but not literally always. It also means people getting carried away, fascinated to an extreme degree, to extreme extent. You are mesmerized, you may not be hypnotized, but you are so mesmerized that you want to become like that. You can do anything, whatever that person. So, people, for example, I can give you something very common usage, people becoming mesmerized by the politician's rhetoric, almost hypnotized. Next word is pasquinade. I will have to write it for you. Pasquinade. Now, there is a statue in Rome. During the 16th century, there lived near that statue a tailor or a schoolmaster. His occupation varies according to various traditions. Now, the name was Pasquino, Italian name ending with an O, and he possessed a very sharp wit and an ability to compose epigrams, which are short pieces of verse with very biting kind of edge to them. Now, there was this statue that I was telling you next near Pasquino's house. On the statue, Pasquino had supposedly placed his poems satirizing the events and personalities of his times. For this reason, the statue was given the nickname Pasquino, and the poems, the verses came to be known as pasquinatos. In English, we get the word pasquinade, something that is a biting, vicious satire, and another word is lampoon. So, pasquinade, satire and a lampoon. You can also use the word libellus, something which can get you into legal trouble, but something you are making something, extremely vicious satirical comments about someone. Next word is pinch neck, N-E-C-K. Synonyms are shoddy and spurious. The word is derived from the proper noun, and the person's name is Christopher Pinchneck. He was a London clockmaker. The term pinchneck has entered the English language to signify the alloy, pinchneck created. Pinchback. It's not neck, it's pinchback, sorry, BCK. So, Pinchback created because the alloy could not be used to replace, the alloy was used to replace gold. So, that means sort of creating a counterfeit, a fake, a sham, something which is not very genuine or authentic. So, Pinchback today is shoddy or spurious, but originally he was Christopher Pinchback was a clockmaker. He was very well known for making beautiful clocks, but he would add another substance, another metal to gold to replace gold. Okay. So, something which was less genuine. So, Pinchback, shoddy. Next word is rhodomontade. Rhodomontade. Rhodomont was a king and a major character in several epic poems. It means boasting, blustering, bragging. The king used to boast a lot about his achievements, his victories. So, rhodomontade is someone who boasts, blusters and brags a lot. Next word is solecism, SOLECISM. Synonyms are illogical, incongruous, absurd. Okay, so, it is a solecis kind of a statement, illogical, which does not hold, which is absurd. The word is derived from the inhabitants, the name of inhabitants of Soloi in Asia Minor. Next word is spoonerism. Think spoon, spoonerism. The Reverend William A. Spooner, who was a 19th century reverend, was known for his habit of transposing the first letters of words and phrases. In conversation, he referred to the well-known two-wheeled vehicle as a well-boiled icicle, which means a well-oiled bicycle. So, he would rephrase or he would transport syllables from one word to another. It means that someone who struggles to speak in the correct way, not inappropriate, but has a tendency to transpose, change certain syllables of a word. And what is the effect here? It is you create a certain kind of comedy through your spoonerism. Reverend Spooner was also known for saying a camel to go through the knee of an idol. Now, knee, K-N-E-E, of an idol, what does that mean? See, the Bible tells you it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of the needle, and he would say the knee of an idol. So, replacing, transposing words here, letters here and there. Next word is stoicism. It means fortitude, impassivity. Remember, stoicism is an ancient Greek school of philosophy founded at Athens. The school taught that virtue, the highest good, is based on knowledge, and the wise live in harmony with the divine reason. Okay, so, this is what they taught, and another very important teaching was that good are indifferent to the change of fortune and to pleasure and pain. So, to remain stoic, unchanged. Next word is sybarite, Sybarite. Synonyms are luxury loving, sensuous, almost decadent. A sybarite was a native of Sybaris, an ancient Greek city in southern Italy. Sybarites were stereotypes of pleasure seekers and luxury seekers. Now, these words sybaritism and sybarites, they in today's language, in today's world, they connote sensualism and people who love luxuries. Next word is thespian. Thespian means an actor. Thespis was the father of Greek tragedy, an actor, until his time, that he lived sometime in the BC, perhaps 5th or 6th century BC. Until his time, dramatic presentations in Greece consisted of singing by a chorus, group of people coming on the stage and singing, they present a rendition of tragedy. The Thespis was supposed to have invented the role of the first actor by having a member of the chorus step out and carry on a dialogue with the rest of the chorus. So, a Greek actor, today we call actors who are extremely good at their craft, thespians, especially in tragedies. Dilip Kumar, Indian actor, was known as a thespian. Laurence Olivier in England was known as a thespian. So, legendary actors, thespians both. Next word is Titian, Titian. It is an adjective formed from the name of the great Venetian painter, Italian painter, Tiziano Vecellio. So, you have to just know the word Titian. The word Titian describes the color of hair that he liked to paint, variously described as auburn or bright golden with a reddish tinge, reddish brown. So, that is the name of a color. It has come to suggest the name of a color. So, thank you very much, and in our next class I will start with certain important words that have come to become a part of the English language, but which are originally from the Latin language. Thank you very much.